Bravo team, entry secure. Move in and take positions. Quiet. Did you hear that? This is Lee. Give me status. Always clear. There's nothing here, Sam. What the hell? Lead, I'm swinging around left.
Hello? Is anyone there? I can't believe someone's alive there. You must help me. Time is critical. My name is Richard. Dr. Richard Myers, and I believe I'm the last one alive from my team. I was working with the engineers there before the connection was lost. I don't know what happened to them, but without your help, we may all die. I hope I can count on you. Here's the situation. We were conducting bi-dimensional tests before the attack, and I've lost control of the communication relays. And now we have a functional teleporter still active in the other dimension. And if it's not destroyed, those creatures may be able to use it to reach as far as Earth. You've got to help me. I've done everything I can here, but I don't have enough power to activate the teleporter on this side. The engineers were working with me to redirect auxiliary power from N-Pro straight to Exus Labs. But now, looks like you're the only one that can help. I'll upload the array instructions to the SSD at your console. There. Take the SSD and find the main power station in Sector 2. Just plug it into the main terminal and I'll contact you there. Here's very little time. Please hurry.
This is the audio log of Chief Alan Rhodes, October 12, 2145. Well, we made significant progress with the field coupler this week. If my calculations are correct, this should provide a considerable boost to the converter's output. I just wish Myers wasn't so damn pushy about this project of his. Well, to be fair, it's actually the Trooper's project. Myers is just trying to follow orders and do his job. Anyhow, what we are doing is extremely complex and requires us to be firing on all cylinders. Expanding all of the transference data from Delta has been a very difficult process. What he's proposing requires the full use of a single grid array. I'm just glad we have the entire auxiliary unit to work with. My hope is, within the next few weeks, we will be able to prime the main array in parallel and have the auxiliary working at sufficient capacity for the folks over at Exus Labs. And I think that's all I've got for now. Alan Rhodes signing off. Chief Alan Rhodes, November 15th, 2145. The situation here in Sector 1 is bad. Shortly after getting the auxiliary grid synced with the main array, we experienced a huge power surge. And the output readings are nominal, which leads me to conclude that it's not the auxiliary core. It sounds like a problem with the main array. Regardless, I started hearing screams and gunfire over one of the channels just before our communications went down. Well, we have been trying desperately to get in touch with Myers over in Exus to see what he knows. Several of my technicians have not reported back yet, and my senior technician described a bloodbath near a coolant transfer zone. Following that transmission, his radio went dead, and I've not heard from him since. A few of my other technicians reported seeing strange creatures appearing out of thin air, and none of them have reported back yet. The rest of my team and myself, we just barricaded ourselves into a control room here in Sector 1, and we will continue trying to get communications working, but I don't know how much longer we can stay here. I'll update soon. That's Chief Rhodes signing off.
Chris Vargas, November 5th, 2145. Our initial testing on the primary alignment module indicated excessive stress fracturing. I immediately ordered the team to discontinue the tests, and they've been working around the clock to repair the damaged module. Testing will resume once the unit's back online, and I'm pretty confident we'll be ready for next week's load tests for Chief Rhodes. I have also been asked to help Rhodes with the number crunching going on with the transfer data, which I hope to be finished with soon, provided interruptions are at a minimum. Interruptions, like the one earlier this week when Dave Voss, our security officer, insisted I change the code yet again for the cabinet displaying the shotgun my brother sent to me. It's not like I actually used the damn thing. I don't know, maybe the guy is just anal about code regulations. Personally, I heard he failed the Marine entrance exams and resents being relegated to security officer. I sent an email off to the guy with the new code. Vargas, signing off. Chris. Chris Vargas, November 5th, 2145. Our initial testing on the primary alignment module indicated excessive stress fracturing. I immediately ordered the team to discontinue the tests, and they've been working around the clock to repair the damaged module. Testing will resume once the unit's back online, and I'm pretty confident we'll be ready for next week's load tests for Chief Rhodes. I have also been asked to help Rhodes with the number crunching going on with the transfer data, which I hope to be finished with soon, provided interruptions are at a minimum. Interruptions, like the one earlier this week when Dave Voss, our security officer, insisted I change the code yet again for the cabinet displaying the shotgun my brother sent to me. Not like I actually used the damn thing. I don't know, maybe the guy is just anal about code regulations. Personally, I heard he failed the Marine entrance exams and resents being relegated to security officer. I sent an email off to the guy with the new code. Vargas, signing off.
Please insert SSD drive. Drive accepted. Stand by.
Excellent work, Marine. I'm getting a link to the SSD drive. The computer's showing that the auxiliary power unit isn't coming online, and it looks like you'll need to prime the flow systems. If you haven't already found one, there should be an ionized plasma levitator nearby. Some of the techs call it a grabber gun. Don't worry, this is a common problem with these systems. You should be able to extract plasma from a working conduit and force it into the non-working one. That should be sufficient to prime the unit. One moment. I'll open the shielding. There. The shield should be open. Good. I'm getting adequate readings from the power converters. Now we just need to get that power rerouted here. Head to the terminal in the lower level. Hurry. We don't have a lot of time. That's it. Now, I need you here at the Exus Labs. From where you are, head through Mars City sublevel. It's the fastest way. Move quickly. I'll explain more when you get here.
Warning. Local security lockdown is in effect. Service sub-level access is restricted. Security lockdown has been cancelled. Sub-level access for authorized. Personnel permitted.
Marine, I'm picking up a lot of movement heading your direction. There should be a sentry box station nearby if you need assistance.
Welcome to the Exis Labs, where the future is now.
This is Nasser Adil, Security Chief for the Exis Labs facility. Log entry November 3, 2145. We are seeing an increasing level of random and unexplained violence by Exis staff. The first incident occurred on October 13th, 2145 at the Exis surface tunnel. One of the construction workers, Bill Sanders, was offloading a shipment of steel supports when the procurement manager stopped him. In the heated conversation that followed, Sanders grabbed a nearby pickaxe and lunged at the manager. Luckily, the argument beforehand generated a sizable crowd, and when Sanders attacked the manager, a number of men were able to subdue him. When we questioned Sanders afterwards, he seemed to have developed short-term amnesia. He didn't remember why he got so upset and attacked the manager. He only recalled stopping his loader and then moments later waking in the holding cell. Since that event, we have seen arguments progress more and more from heated shouting matches straight into outright brawls. The antagonists in these incidents all display the same conditions, as if they were suddenly possessed by violent anger, and then afterwards return to normal. We have only one serious life-threatening case so far, where engineer Leon Powell was stabbed multiple times. I fear this is not the worst of our troubles, and have requested additional security personnel posted at critical junctions. To assist any immediate medical need, I have resupplied storage cabinet 965 with the accompanying code of 428. Sergeant Nasser Adil, out. Nasser Adil, personal log dated November 12th, 2145. I have just received word from Central Authority that a UAC representative, Counselor Elliot Swan, will be arriving in a few days from Earth. The report states he will be reviewing all sectors of Mars City, including Exis Labs. I'm not sure that's a good idea in light of the recent events we've had here. The violent assaults that seem to plague Exis Labs have caused the civilian staff to be pretty wary of one another. And now, to top it all off, missing weapons. The cabinets in the security checkpoints were fully stocked 2 days ago, and now half the weapons are gone. I don't know how this situation occurred, but my Marines swear no one has access to the cabinets except for them. I've ruled out those assigned to me and other security personnel, but I can't figure out who else has those codes. To sum up, this is a bad situation, turning worse every day. My recent request for more manpower in Exis Labs was denied. It seems other sectors of Mars City are stretched thin, and the small reserves at the base are already allocated. I need to have faith in my current detachment of Marines that they will turn things around. I'll talk to Central again and see if Counselor Swan can bypass Exis. The last thing I want is some staff worker with a sudden episode of dementia murdering a VIP. I'm having enough problems trying to keep everyone here from killing each other. Sergeant Nasser Adil, signing off.
Labs is changing the way the future is shaping.
Thank God. You made it here. I didn't know if you could with all those things out there. Look, we don't have much time. These creatures are spreading throughout the base, and if we don't act quickly, all could be lost. I understand you have a lot of questions, but I can't answer them right now. All I can say is we need to get the teleporter in the next chamber working. But to do that, I need you to find a plasma inducer for the stabilizer bank. There's one in engineering. Now, if you head through the service tunnel, you can reach it. I'll unlock some doors. There. That will give you the necessary clearance. Now, please, get the inducer and hurry back. We don't have a lot of time. Please hurry.
This is Dmitry Lebedev, supply manager for the Exis Labs facility. Entry dated October 6, 2145. I've received the latest shipment of MK7 spacesuits from Earth today. They have a triple weave of titanium mesh on the outer layer for Class 5 excursions. With the ongoing construction requiring additional EVA time on the Martian surface, these new suits should hold up better. In the last 2 months, we've had a number of unexplained suit decompressions resulting in fatalities. In the case of technician Mike Stanley, the decompression was so rapid the resulting implosion caused him to almost liquefy and fuse with the suit interior. If it wasn't for his suit's name tag, there wouldn't be much to identify him. In each case, the penetrations and loss of pressure appear to occur from inside the suit rather than out. I can attest these suits were thoroughly inspected and micro-scanned after the incidents, and no material degradations were found. Per UAC EVA regulations, the suits before the accidents were properly stored and locked away to prevent any mishandling. I also followed up with the technicians on ensuring the suits had the necessary pre-EVA checklist before anyone reaches the Martian atmosphere. I'm hoping the new suits will address the issue. Each suit lost this way just means more paperwork for me, so... Along with the new suit shipment, we received additional medical supplies. I've placed the extra packs in the storage cabinet 071 with the access code of 532. Dmitry Lebedev, end of log.